This is What Happened This Week? It is Wednesday, March 31st. I know this is not coming out as early as it usually does. It'll probably be about 10 hours late. I was celebrating my glorious co-host Cameron's birthday yesterday, so I couldn't do this yesterday. Had to do it today. Hope everyone's doing well. Make sure you are liking, following, subscribing, rating, following us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, all that good shit. Because, we appreciate it, and we're there. That's where you find out all of the information. We also have a Discord. Check it out there. We also stream every Friday. Check us out on YouTube. Check out previous podcasts. We have some great interviews on there and coming up. We got artists. We got local leaders. And again, there's a lot of good shit coming down the tubes, guys. So keep your eyes open. Make sure you check it out. Check us out. And I will see you at the next, well, not at the next one, but enjoy the podcast. That's what I'm saying. Peace. All right. So today, first topic, gonna be going over, I made a little mock draft. I'm doing a writing thing, as y'all know. Y'all know. And I figured, why not go over some of my top picks? I'll probably go up to maybe New England and sort of just explain. So let's get into it. First pick overall, I'm gonna go with Trevor Lawrence. I think this is a very easy pick. There's really no explanation needed. He's the best quarterback coming out of college, probably since Andrew Luck / Peyton Manning. So it's not too hard. Jacksonville need a quarterback because they're terrible. There's some decent, I don't even want to say decent talent, but there's some work to be done in Jacksonville. I'm going to say that. So Trevor Lawrence, easy call. Next pick, Zach Wilson to the Jets. Similar situation. Zach Wilson is absolutely fucking skyrocketed since sort of the whole draft process. And people are bugging out about his pro day and his physical tools, blah, 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 blah. I just think they get him here because apparently Joe Douglas really likes him. And that's the Jets GM. So, yeah. Next pick, number 3, San Francisco traded up. They gave a lot of draft capital to move up, and I think that they're going to get Trey Lance. I know people think that they like Mac Jones or Justin Fields, but I just have a feeling about this one. People are like, oh, no more North Dakota State quarterbacks, but Trey Lance just seems to have physical tools that the other two don't. I mean, maybe not Justin Fields because he ran like 4.4 or something and can throw the hell out of the football. But apparently there's some work and some effort stuff there. Anyway, Atlanta at 4. I think they're going to pick up soon to be Hall of Famer, Micah Parsons out of Penn State, the linebacker. Dude is so good at football, and I think he gets taken early because you just don't find players like this. He's freakishly fast, and he is incredibly good at football. And if Atlanta needs one thing, it's a revitalized defense. I don't think they go quarterback. Number 5, Jamar Chase, LSU wide receiver, former teammate of now quarterback Joe Burrow. This one's relatively easy. I know they should get the tackle, Sewell. I think I'm saying that right. But, Joe Burrow's going to campaign for this guy to get taken. He's, there's not much to say. He's the number 1 wide receiver in this draft. He's got physical tools. He can beat the press. He's fast as hell. He can make catches at the highest point. His catch radius is insane. Not much beyond that. Next pick, I'm going to go with Kyle Pitts. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is Miami. So I think they go with Sewell. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not saying that correctly. It is easy. Want to protect their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. didn't have a great year, but no off season, no mini camp, no preseason. So they just want to keep this dude protected, keep him healthy, and I think it makes complete sense. It's a great pick if he's there. He has the talent to potentially be a Hall of Famer. And yeah. Next pick, Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida. I know Detroit probably won't take another tight end this high after they took TJ Hawkinson, but I don't know. I think this is something that could be used to sort of give Jared Goff something good. They lost wide receiver depth, and I think if they don't take Kyle Pitts, they'll take one of the wide receivers. Next pick, I'm gonna go with Justin Fields to Carolina. This one's easy. Again, they need a quarterback, and he's, I believe, the next best quarterback after Trey Lance. Carolina's been quarterback thirsty. They tried to trade for Russell Wilson, tried for Deshaun Watson, but they didn't get them, and I think they land their guy here. I do believe that they won't need to trade up to get him, but I could be wrong here. Also, yes, this is going to go over 5 minutes. I have a rant planned at the end that's not for the third topic that's not going to last 5 minutes, so stick with me here. Denver, next pick, Mac Jones. This one's easy again. Drew Lock, isn't it? He's not. I'm sorry, Denver Drew Lock fans, but he's not. He's not. And I think if you put him in this system that Denver has, surrounded by as many great skill position players as they have, whether it's, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant, hell, you could throw Melvin Gordon in there. All very talented. You don't need a superstar. You just need a point guard. You just need a point guard, and that's exactly what Mac Jones was at Alabama. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I'll throw some explanations on some of these, but there's not much to go off of. Dallas, Rashawn Slater, Giants, Caleb Farley. I'll just say that Joe Judge has thrown together a really good secondary, and I think getting a very physical and fast corner like Caleb Farley will be very beneficial to them. Philadelphia, Jalen Waddle. They've been wide receiver thirsty for a while, and they traded out of the top 6. So clearly they felt comfortable with being like, okay, we don't need Jamar Chase, or we don't need they didn't need to be that high to get one of these fantastic wideouts, because quarterback is so damn sort of thirsty right now. Quarterback class, they're very thirsty right now. Well, not the class, but the people at the top, they want quarterbacks. For the Chargers, Patrick Surtain, Minnesota, Gregory Rousseau, New England, J.C. Horn. On the New England one, this one's easy. Bill Belichick, he likes players that can do a lot, and I think J.C. Horn can do a lot, and he's a hard worker. I know that. Oh, Colin, that's not in depth. Relax. It's a mock draft I'm going over in 10 seconds. So, relax. Yes, I don't have Devonta Smith going this high. Okay. I think he will be the third wide receiver taken. Going to be talking about NBA. I know that's controversial. Teams post-trade deadline. It is what it is. Anyway, that was my first 15 picks. There was a lot of trades. There was. But nothing that I think will really move the needle besides maybe Denver, but I'll get there in a sec. So, basically, post-trade deadline, I think the Nets are still the best team. I think that's easy. Lakers are like 2-2A, depending on where you put the Jazz and the Nuggets, just because the Nuggets got better. And the Jazz are a very good basketball team. Anyway, the Magic they didn't quite have a fire sale, because if they did, they would have gotten rid of Terrence Ross. and there are some other players on that roster that I think they could have gotten value from that they didn't sell off. So you know what? Good for Orlando for not completely destroying their culture, even though I don't know if they had one. Anyway, Chicago got a lot better. Boston got Evan Fournier. So let's get a little deeper into it. So Denver, they traded away Gary Harris and not Michael Porter Jr. RJ Hampton, as well as a first round pick and other picks. They got washer's done, and they got Aaron Gordon, who decided to wear the number 50 because he's still petty about the dunk contest. Like, first of all, Aaron Gordon, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Nobody cares about the dunk contest anymore. So it's fine. You're okay. Apparently he did a whole documentary about it and blah 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 blah. I think this is the Nuggets also got JaVale McGee, just in a separate deal. I think for the Denver Nuggets, this is actually pretty solid because now you have somebody who doesn't have to come in, or who can come in and doesn't have to be the number one option on offense. And he has shown that when he is locked in, he can be a very, very good asset for defense. I think this also helps Michael Porter Jr. a lot because you can have him play the 4, Aaron Gordon play the 3, and then whoever's the tougher matchup defensively, you're like, all right, Aaron Gordon, go get him. Do I think this has them above the Lakers? No, just because it's LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and I know they're both injured, so we're sort of seeing the Lakers lack of depth in a way that's pretty sucky. They're not winning games and they're losing playoff seeding. I don't think this moves the needle for Denver, just because when LeBron James and Anthony Davis come back, there's still going to be those dudes. The Los Angeles Clippers also got Rajon Rondo. They traded Lou Williams for him. First of all, good for Rondo, because Rondo was just in Atlanta, just not wasting away, but dude got paid and he got his ring last year, so he's just gonna vibe out. So I think now that he's on a contender, that'll sort of put a fire under him, and Rondo's not afraid to be like, "Hey man, you fucked up. What's up? What happened with that?" And I think that's something that this Clippers team really needs because they're lacking those teeth. They don't have those teeth there. Chicago traded for Nikola Vucevic. I think this is a great trade for Chicago because it raises the floor on them. As we know, I love floor raisers, and gives them somebody that they can go to both on the defensive end and the offensive end. I know he's not he's not Hakeem Olajuwon, but again, it's still a good move. They get a lot of talent from him, and they didn't give up a ton, like 2 first-round picks and Wendell Carter. I think that was it. But again, it's not that bad of a trade, and I think on both sides, in terms of the trade, you can mark it up as W's because now Boston, you don't have to take them as a contender, but for the next couple years, they can sort of take that next step if their players can step up, with Levine and all that. All right, Boston got Evan Fournier. It's not going to fucking matter. Brooklyn is still going to win the East, and yeah, that's an easy call. Okay, so I was thinking about it recently, and the people who are so dug in on the U.S. men's national team getting paid so much more than the women's team, and they're like, oh, they're men, blah, 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 blah. You know what? The men's national team, go do something. Go fucking do something. Because the women's team has been killing it. They're the previous World Cup champions. They haven't lost a game in God knows how long. And I saw this thing where Bleacher Report was like, the United States will not be representing will not be in the Olympics playing soccer. And it was like, actually, you're fucking wrong, because the women are going to be in there and they're going to be kicking ass. But that doesn't get across because people have this notion that like the women's team is like so much worse. And it's like, what the hell is wrong with you? These are the World Cup champions, and why do you do this? And oh, you know, men's stage is bigger. They bring in more money. Fuck you. They're not winning World Cups. If they were winning World Cups, and you know, and even then it would be like, why are you not paying them the same? You know, if anything, the women have a harder time because it's just not nearly as funded. It's not nearly as popular. So it's like, you know, why are you trying to just put them down so much? This shit is evil. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. The mental gymnastics people do to try and be like, yeah, the women don't deserve as much. Boy, why? That does not make sense. Again, they are just so much better in terms of results. And people want to just shit on them? Like, can you not just be proud and want people to get what they deserve? Anyway, rant over, because this shit pisses me off. All right, and that was it for what happened this week. It was good. You know, did more of a free form. You know, the mock stuff went 8 minutes, so I tried to keep my last little rant there in for 3 minutes. Try and keep this at 15 minutes. I tried. I promise. I'm going to edit it down. We'll see what happens. Make sure you are following. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you are rating us. We appreciate all of it. Check out our Instagram. Check out our Twitter. We are on there. Hit us with the DM. Check out previous podcasts. We have some really cool guests coming up for interviews in April. So I really look forward to seeing what y'all are all about. Yeah, I hope y'all are having a great day, and stay safe, wear a mask, get vaccinated. Peace.